Hey, good morning and welcome back into Morning Moments with Jesus today. This morning as we gather for our devotion time, the Lord brings a thought process back to my mind about the body of Christ as a whole and how we're all many different members but part of the same body, but also how important each and every one of us are to that work that God has called us to do. And so in reflecting on that this morning, a thought came back to my spirit of a church sign that I saw many years ago that really influenced my perception on my part in the body of Christ and the work that needs to be done. I'll read first 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse number 58. It says, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." So I read this sign many years ago, and it said, this is what it said on the church sign: "If everyone here were just like me, then what kind of church would this church be?" And as those thoughts echoed through my mind long after I passed that church sign that dared to ask me such a convicting question, I seemed to be captivated by the Spirit of the Lord, and I had no choice but to honestly answer that before God at that moment. If everyone gave like I give, if everyone attended church services like I attend them, if everyone served the Lord the way I serve Him, then what would the state of the local church be? At the time that I read that sign many years ago, I had to answer honestly that the church would be in a terrible state if it would even exist at all. See, we are led by the enemy to believe that one person doesn't really make a difference, but that's a lie. The health of the body of Christ, it depends greatly on all of us. So I pledged that day to God that my mentality would change, that it would reflect a more earnest desire to be the best team player I could be. See, we all fall short of that goal sometimes, but it sure beats sitting on the bench all the time, I can tell you that. So this morning, in this simple little devotion, I want to encourage you to renew your passion for the work of the local church. Renew your passion for serving the Lord, for giving, for attending those things, those church services or whatever that's important that you be there. Not just by what you will receive by being there, but more, just as important, what others may receive by you being there. Because you can't do it for the pleasing of people. We have to do it because of our great love for the Lord. The team needs every player to be at the top of their game. Why? Because the battle is never ending. The enemy never sleeps. And there are no timeouts in this game called life. So this morning I ask you, can you be counted on to make God's kingdom become more powerful in your community, in your work, in your home? Challenge yourself today that if no one else will, at least you will. If no one else shows up, at least you'll be there. And may your legacy be one of steadfast faithfulness to the work of the Lord. That is my prayer for you this morning. That is the prayer for all of us. All of us fall short, but that doesn't give us the permission to just sit down on the Lord. It's time for the church to rise up, for all of us to take our place and do what God desires for each and every one of us to do, to make the best team His team. I speak that blessing over you today. May you be safe, may you be strong, and may you be blessed. Be an empowered people that say, if everyone here was just like me, what kind of church would this church be? I pray it would be a better church. Lord's will, we'll see you back here again tomorrow. And until then, as always, I sure hope you have a great day.